Hello, I believe we're live. If all is working, let me know you're here and that you can hear me in the live chat. I'm excited to have you hanging out with me today. It's always a good time on these lives. So if you're joining in your live right now, please hit the thumbs up button. That really helps support my channel. But I wanted to do a live for several reasons. One, because this weekend is an awesome weekend for manifestation. There are so many things going on. Hello, Zach. Hello, Mackenzie. Hello, Alexis. Hello, Tay. So there's so many things going on this weekend as far as manifestation goes. We have the new moon on Saturday if you're in the US, and then also on Sunday, on August 8th, 8/8, it's the Lionsgate portal. And those are awesome times, both of those things, new moon, Lionsgate portal, to really dive into what you want and manifest and create the life that you want. You hear me, but there's an echo. Does anyone else hear, does anyone else have any input on that? Let's see. Can you hear me? Let me know. Or does it sound about normal, the way it normally sounds when I do lives? Hopefully it's all right. I'll wait for your input. Sounds good to you? Okay, cool. So, yes. For those of you who just are joining live now, I was mentioning that this weekend's amazing for manifestations. I don't have a new moon event going on, but I just wanted to let you know full moon is this weekend, as well as the Lionsgate portal on Sunday. And I wanted to read you a little something about the Lionsgate portal. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but it's on 8/8. This is not a post of my own. Someone else posted this, but it really resonates with me, and I'll see if it resonates with you as well. So this is from the account Divine Energy Works. It says, Ascension Energy Update, current energetic highlights of the Lionsgate portal on 8/8. This massive cosmic vortex of energy portal from Sirius is bringing huge amounts of light and Lemurian light codes to us, as I have my Lemurian crystal with me, which expands our consciousness and enlightens our DNA. But also these higher frequencies are absolutely shifting old timelines. The main message that is coming in very strong right now is that old ways of being, old ways of doing things, etc., do not work anymore and are no longer being supported. The old timelines are crumbling away, and we are seeing the new timelines that are not only available to us, they are happening, shifting quickly, as many of us are being redirected into a new timeline and are asked to let go of the old, step into our authenticity, sovereignty, and start fully living from the heart. Third eye activations are coming in very strongly right now, might be causing headaches and pressure, heightened intuition and dreams. That's definitely true for me. I've been having a lot of head pressure, and my dreams are ridiculously vivid. And intuition stuff, yes, as well. Also with higher heart activations might be causing purging and wounds to come up for release, and solar plexus activations and upgrades. Literally the solar plexus fire might be causing nausea, upset stomach, loss of appetite, pulsating sensations, etc. Massive integration of these activations and metabolizing waves of light at the cellular level uses a lot of energy and could be quite tiring for many of us. So I wanted to share that with you. I saw that the other day, and yeah, a lot of people are like, I'm going through that. I've been having insane head pressure, so tired. And I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but lately I've been mentioning that I'm just I love being here on YouTube, but the thought of just sitting down and filming a video, which I then have to edit, feels like I want to rip my hair out. And I know you guys love my YouTube, I would assume, if you're here watching this live on YouTube, but the thought of doing the whole sit down, film, edit, I just don't want to. Everything inside of me is no. And it's like what that is saying, it's like the old ways of being that are not working are going to cause disruptions within yourself, and you're not going to feel settled because there's a different way for you to be doing things. There's a more aligned way for you to be doing things. Do any of you resonate? Because yeah, again, so much of that, I've been tired, head pressure, not a sickness, but a very like intuitive sensation I'm very familiar with, like this expanding head pressure. Vivid dreams, a lot of intuition stuff happening. Yeah, a lot of you guys are resonating. So yeah, as the Lion Gate comes up on 8/8, really, and the new moon the day before, really use this time to look at what's going on in your life, what's not working, what is making you want to rip your hair out, because that's probably a good sign that that's not meant for you on your path necessarily. Like, of course, there are triggers for us to learn from, but sometimes we are doing things that just aren't meant for us. And that's why we're like so irritated by it. Like, we're not meant to just sit around in front of a screen all day working for some company, making them money. Like, what would make you feel the most free, and how can you step into that? So I also wanted to talk about, because of all this is coming up, like the exhaustion, the overwhelm, the like tiredness, the wanting to pull my hair out when it comes to making YouTube videos, as well as when you feel that way, sometimes you don't feel so pulled to your self-care practice, to your manifestation practice. Who's been there where you're just like, I don't feel like doing the whole manifestation tool thing. I don't feel like meditating. I don't feel like visualizing. I just want to sit here and do nothing. Like, who feels that way sometimes? Because I sure do. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what to do when you feel that way. What to do when you're like, I just don't want to do any of it. And my answer to you for that is to not. You don't have to do any of those things, but do lean into self-care in some way. When you're not feeling pulled to create your future, take care of yourself in the now. What feels good in the now? If for me, making videos, filming videos, and editing videos doesn't feel good for me, I don't need to do that. If it's like such a thing for me, I don't need to do that. What can I do instead? I can go live. Going live feels fine. That's a lot less pressure. Do you guys like when I go live? If you like when I go live, please hit the thumbs up button, because yeah, just the thought of making video, like actually making videos, have been like, I don't like it. So if you hit the thumbs up button, that will really help my channel. And then I'll know that you want me to go live more often, and maybe I can do this a little bit more, but still make videos. But that would take a lot of pressure off. If I felt like my audience really loved the lives, I would do this more. But if I'm not feeling like making videos, I'm just not going to do it. But so let me know if you do like these lives. That would be really helpful. And also, I don't shout this out a lot, but there is, what is it even called? I never shout this out. What is it? The super chat. There's the super chat option. So I will be answering some questions that I took beforehand. But if anyone feels called to use the super chat, that basically helps, donate to my channel, especially in these times where I'm not making videos. But that will help me. And anyone who does the super chat, I will 100% answer whatever question you have, if you feel pulled to do so. But just putting that out there. Yeah. When I don't feel like editing, I check the moon phase and I get guidance from there. But yes, before I answer your live questions, I did have some that people submitted beforehand, and I'm going to be answering ones that I feel most others will resonate with. So the first question is from Tell It Tay. I think Tay is on here right now. She said, she said, my question is, when manifesting, if saying I don't have and I want this are coming up from a place of lack, what is the best way of switching up your language when talking with yourself, and especially with talking with other people? So yeah, when you're like, I really want this thing, I really want to manifest this thing, you notice there's like a longing, like a lack behind it, like I need it. So first of all, Tay, yay for noticing the language on that, because our language is powerful. What we're saying, like our cells are reacting to that. The universe is reacting to that. Our energy is reacting to that. So if we're saying something from a lack position of like, I need it, then that's putting out the energy of like, I don't have it. There's a big separation between me and that thing. You don't have to just go full 180 and say, I have this thing. I have a mansion and $1 million, when clearly you probably don't in the moment. Like, you don't have to just straight up lie to yourself. There is a time and place for that within, thank you, Alexis. After I finish this question, I will answer yours. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But there is a time and place for like visualization and scripting and using affirmative words. But I think when you can just start out by making little shifts. So instead of like, I want this thing so bad, another word that's a little bit of a shift that's more open is I desire. And you can look at I desire from a lack standpoint, but you can also look at it from like a very like sensual, like I desire this thing. Like I am dreaming about this thing. I desire it with my heart, and it feels a lot more open and loving and inviting. And like think of being on a date with someone that you're really vibing with, and they're just like, I desire to hang out with you and be around you. It just feels a lot better than I want you, you know? So that's a good language shift. But even more so, other things that you can say, I wrote some things down. Instead of I want this, you can say I'm manifesting this. I'm manifesting this. I am manifesting this. This is what I've decided is happening. I'm creating this. I'm creating this, and get into your creative energy. Or just specifically like, I am blank. I am moving. I am moving. Not, I'm dreaming about moving. I'm scripting about moving. I'm wanting to move, but like I've decided I am moving. Like I am doing it. Everything that I've said I am going to do, I have done. I'm going to do it. Like, claim it. I'm doing it. This is just what I'm doing. Or another good one is I'm in the process of. I'm in the process of moving. I'm in the process of finding a new apartment. I'm in the process of, rather than I want. Do you see the difference? I want, lack. I want it. That's a possibility maybe, but I'm in the process of this is a good shift. Cool. Now, Alexis, you said, what were you doing for income? What were you doing for income that you were able to move into a luxury apartment before you began a coaching training program? I did a ton of things. So if you guys are new here or not, before I moved into my current apartment, my current living situation, I had that several year span of time where it was like my main source of income was babysitting. I also had my YouTube channel on the side. However, through YouTube, I was making like a little bit of money, like a couple $100s a month. I got a few sponsorships. So in the time between babysitting and moving into my apartment, which I think was like a year difference, I did so many things. I took random jobs. I started working with some different affiliate brands. Like, if you guys saw my video a few years back where I did my foot peel mask, I tested out a foot peel mask video, and that video is my most viewed video, which is like crazy because it has like 13 million views. So I tested out that foot peel mask, and they actually paid me $200 or something, $300 to try it out. So that was a little bit of money. But when that video blew up, my old roommate Haley recommended I look into Amazon affiliates. So Amazon affiliates, anyone, you don't have to have a massive audience, but anyone can create their own Amazon affiliate account, I believe. And you can link products, and anyone who uses the link to buy that product, you'll get like a tiny bit of money. So anyone who bought a foot peel mask from watching that video, and I had millions of people watching that video, I would get like less than $1 each sale. But that added up, and I like started making over $1,000 a month just from that. I drove for Postmates a little bit. I don't know if you guys knew that, but yeah, I drove for Postmates a bit. I would take any little odd creative job. Since I'm good at video making, sometimes I would somehow link up with a brand and they're like, could you create a little commercial for us and we can use on our social media? So I had like 8 streams of income, honestly, 5 to 8 streams of income from all different places at all times. And that is the secret to growing your income. If you're just doing one job and that's it, of course you're going to feel stuck. There are endless amounts of ways you can make money. So instead of going like, it has to just be this one way, like start asking yourself the question, how else could I make money? What other opportunities are out there? Because there are endless amounts of things that you can do if you just get creative. What do you like to do? What is your favorite like passion, your favorite hobby? And look at jobs and opportunities that align with that. So yeah, it was all over the place. Postmates, random commercials for people, affiliate things that kind of blew up out of nowhere, all the different things. So that's what I was doing. Okay, so next question. Someone said, okay, 2 people had a similar question. That was how to remove blockages that you don't even know are blocking you, or how do you remove doubts? And the other question was, how do we remove deep beliefs that don't serve us and that we aren't even aware of that we have? Good question. I journaled a little bit about this. So my first little piece of advice to help remove blockages and limiting beliefs, especially the ones that we're not even aware of, is get into energy work. Because our body and our energy, we can sort out a lot of stuff where our brains are limited, like just spinning and trying to figure things out. But if you can actually get into your energy, that is really helpful. And ways to do that, simple ways to do that, just start out with chakra clearing meditations. Actually, I would definitely recommend learning about chakras. I've been thinking about creating like a chakra 101 video or some sort of easy training YouTube video for you guys. But when you can know what the different chakras are in your body, where they're located, and notice when you have feelings or contractions in those certain areas, or when you have knowledge about what each chakra does and like what a blockage in each area might be, you can really focus and hone in on that. So like root chakra is red, and that's all about safety and grounding. Sacral chakra is orange, and that's our creative center. It's our emotional center. It's our pleasure center, abundance. Our next chakra is our solar plexus, and that's yellow, and it's all about our personal power and leadership and yeah, just being in our power. Heart chakra is green. That's all about love, openness, loving ourselves, loving others. A lot of people have a closed heart chakra, or just unbalanced because we've been hurt and guarded. Throat chakra is blue. It's all about self-expression. It's also linked to clairaudience because nose, throat, mouth, ears, all of those are connected. So it can be clairaudience, it can be self-expression. Then we have third eye chakra, which is indigo. That's all about our intuition. So when you can open that up, clear out the mental chatter, and really tune into your intuition and your own inner guidance, that's where you like unlock all the things with like talking to spirit guides and all the spiritual stuff. And then crown chakra is like a white purple light, and that's all about like connectedness. So when you know about those things and you can go, oh, I'm feeling this shutdown in my heart area. How can I lean into clearing this energy up and loving myself and loving others more? Because if my heart shut down, the best way to open it up is focusing on expanding this area, loving others, the people that we feel grudges towards, like actually saying to yourself, like, I love that person, like I forgive that person, I forgive myself, so many different things. So that's a great place to start if you have and are noticing blockages, but you don't even understand where they come from. Energy work, getting in touch with your body. So that's part of the energy work, because when you can feel what's going on in yourself and know the area, know the energy center, know the chakra, that's really powerful. Yeah, so another example, well, I kind of wrote down this and I kind of mentioned this already. So if you're noticing a heaviness in your heart, let's say that's the example. So, but you're like, I feel heaviness in my heart, but I don't know what this blockage is, but something feels off. So you notice there's a heaviness there, you lean in, you get curious, like there's a heaviness. What is this? Is it heartbreak? Is it sadness? Where is it stemming from? What is triggering this? Like, what does it really link to? A lot of the things link to our childhood, fun stuff, but a lot of the things are like what happened in our early lives. It connects to worthiness issues, like not feeling worthy enough, not feeling lovable, rejection, all of those things. So yeah, linking things to earlier times in your life can really kind of help you find the things that need healing. And then from there, when you can figure out what's going on in yourself, is this heartbreak? What is it? Where is it stemming from? What happened in my life that activated this? Then you can just basically parent yourself and be your own best babysitter and like self-soothe. So that there's like so many things I can go into as far as like blockages and limiting beliefs go, but not a lot of people guide you to the body. So that's my advice for you today, because a lot of people tell you about the mindset work, but not enough guide you into embodiment. All right, next question. All right. And again, I'm doing the questions that are on my phone. If anyone does the super chat, I will 100% answer your questions. Otherwise, I'll get to maybe a few of yours at the end, but I do have some more here. What is this one? Okay. I'm a little lost at the one I just did. Okay. How to avoid falling back into our old ways. I've never been good at sticking with the routine. I'll do it for a while and fall off. Who resonates with that? Who has gotten into this space where you're like, yeah, we're going to do a morning routine or this whole self-care practice, and you do it for a little bit and then it's like, nope, that didn't last very long. Because I feel you. I absolutely feel you. And my answer to that, I like tried to journal some of these down. Oh yeah, so my thought on that is, are you looking at your routines and self-care as a chore? Answer me in the question in the chat. Are you looking at your self-care and your routines and your manifestation practices as a chore? Yeah. Because if you're looking at it as a chore, of course you're not going to want to do it. For sure. Yeah. So we have some of you who are looking at it as a chore. So the thing is, your self-care routine isn't about being a chore. And I've heard people mention like spiritual discipline and like you need to do it anyway. And there is a bit of that at times. Yes. Yes. Sometimes you do just need to like do it. But there are times where it's like, why are you looking at it as a chore? And how can you reframe it or restructure it or pick new things, completely new things to do that actually feel good? The reason I've stuck with my self-care for all of these years, like however many years it's been, over 3 years, almost 4 years now, is because the things that I do in my routine, I genuinely enjoy. I enjoy the meditation. I enjoy going on walks. I enjoy like doing all the things that I do. If you watch my morning routines, I enjoy those things. So what are some things that you can do to take care of yourself that feel good and you like to do? And if meditation is something that you've like put off for so long because you don't like it, you're not giving it enough of a try. I was undiagnosed ADHD. I know what it's like to not be able to sit and calm your mind. But that's why it's called a meditation practice, because you practice, and the more you practice, the more your mind calms down. So it's like some of the things you do have to get to a point where you can understand the benefits of it. But just trying it a couple times or here and there, that doesn't do anything for you. But what are some things that are actually amazing that you love to do that actually replenish your energy? The things that you do in your routines should be replenishing your energy so much that you want to do them. And when you don't do them, you notice a difference. You're like, oh my gosh, this day doesn't feel great because I didn't take care of my energy. So what are some things? What would be good for you? Really think that up. I also wrote down, where did I put it? Yeah. Do things that you want to do so that you long for it. You'll notice how much better you feel. Oh, and also, I've gotten to the point where sometimes I feel stagnant in my routine, and I'm like, Alexis, thank you. I will answer that question as well after I'm done with this question. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I get stagnant in my morning routines at times, and I'm like, I'm getting bored with this. And if you get bored with it, all you got to do is switch it up, do some other things. You don't have to stick with the same thing all the time for the rest of your life. Like, switch it up. So when I'm bored with whatever I'm doing and I'm like, this isn't lighting me up the way it used to, I do something else. So the last few mornings I've been going and hiking up. If you've been watching me on Instagram at Oh My Annie, if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm very active in my stories over there, but I've been hiking up a hilltop, a mountain, and then I meditate and I bring my books and my journal and I meditate, I journal, and I do my reading and whatnot on top of a mountain. And that's feeling good right now. And I'll probably do that for a few more days until I'm like, I'm tired of this. And then I'll pick something else. So switch up the environment, just do things differently, make it exciting. Libby's here. Yay. Libby says, yes, no need to stick with the same thing. Yeah, that would be so boring, just doing the same thing for your whole life. All right, Alexis, we have another question from Alexis. Thank you so much. What helped you the most lose the stress weight? What advice would you have for someone that feels like they have mild addiction to food? Good question. So first and foremost, realizing that food addiction, like maybe I won't use the word food addiction because you said mild food addiction, but emotional eating, let's use the words emotional eating. So emotional eating, it actually is not about the food. It's about avoiding what you're feeling. So for me, I used to I felt like if I was in a social environment or if I had a stressful day, which most days were stressful, I'm like, I need wine, I need a drink, I need something, I need to watch Netflix nonstop because I was trying to numb out my experience. And food is the same thing. A lot of people some people just like zone out on eating and that's their way of disconnecting. So it's really not about the food. It's noticing why we're reaching for the things to numb out. And food's not bad. Like, let's not make food a bad thing. But if we're doing something to escape ourselves, then the issue isn't the thing. Usually it's what we're escaping. So it's an emotional thing. A lot of the time when we're holding extra weight, it's an emotional thing. It's our body's way of protecting us. And like I was mentioning the chakras earlier, our emotional center, our sacral chakra is our belly. And most women carry extra weight right there because it's like padding our emotional center. It's trying to protect us. So really it's our body's way of like protecting us, giving us a little shield to like block out the energy, block out the things, block out the emotions. So what emotions are you avoiding? Know that it's safe to feel those emotions, even if it's uncomfortable. That also goes back to what I was saying earlier about when you have blocks or limiting beliefs that you're not aware of, like the energy work. So Alexis, I would recommend like looking into that stuff. Look into the chakra clearing meditations and learning about the chakras and understanding your emotional centers and where you're feeling things within yourself. Because if you can get to a place where you're okay feeling whatever's going on inside, even if it's uncomfortable in the moment, then you'll learn to work your way through it. Because right now you're using food to like disconnect from that emotion. I use wine or alcohol to disconnect from that emotion. But really, when you like sit with the discomfort and like sit through it, even though you want to go grab for like whatever your numbing mechanism is, when you can sit through it and feel through it, it actually kind of lightens on its own without the need of numbing it. Because there's this saying, what we resist persists. So if we're suppressing things, it's just staying there. So if I just kept every night like going for the wine, I was never addressing the emotional issues going on within myself. And so it was an ongoing cycle of I need to just continually numb this out because it's getting too much to handle. So with that also, the thing is, for me to lose the weight, it wasn't about my body image. It was, I'm tired of feeling like crap. I feel exhausted. I have no energy. I am still young. What am I doing wasting my life? I want to be able to experience myself at my most energized capacity. Like, I want to feel my best. I don't want to go my life without knowing how capable my body is. And that's where my desire to switch the way I was treating my body came from. I went to the gym because I wanted to feel good, not look good, not from that standpoint, but I just energetically wanted to feel better and feel energized and feel active and feel fully alive. So it's an energy thing. So I hope that resonated with you, and I hope that resonated with anyone else. Let's see. What other questions were there that I had? Dang, we are already 30 minutes in. I'm glad you guys like longer lives and videos, at least some of you. Oh, someone said, where was that one? One second. Okay, someone said, how to create and step into a new version of you. I love this question. How to create and step into a new version of you. My first piece of that, because I talk about this a lot, I talk about like, what's your next level self? What is it that you want to manifest? What does that life look like? So it's like, okay, this is a new version of you. But actually, I would like to challenge that and say, it's actually not about creating a new version of you. It's about releasing the parts that have been handed to you, the conditioning. You, like the ultimate version of you, is already in you. It's not a separate thing. It's about, we've been holding on to all the lies and judgments and whatever others have given to us. So if our parents our whole life growing up kept commenting on our appearance, and so we felt like, oh my gosh, I don't look good enough. And we have this insecurity based on our looks because our whole life our parents were pointing that out. That was never ours to hold on to. That's something our parents gave to us. And we have all these layers that stem from other people handing us these conditionings. So you're actually fully vibrant under all of that. So it's not about creating a new version. It's about letting go and allowing you to really just be you, fully expressed and in your power. A question that I like to have people think of is, who are you? What is the like most powerful version of you? If you felt free to just be truly who you are, do what you want, go after what you want, live the way you want, speak the way you want, without anyone objecting to that, without anyone telling you, no, that's not right, that's bad, like you can't do that. If you were going to be free of anyone's judgments and literally everyone in your life was just like, yeah, you do that. I support it. Like, do it. Like, yes. Who is that person? Because we're all waiting around for people to give us permission just to be ourselves. So really think of that. Like, if I didn't have to worry about the pushback of everyone else or the judgments of everyone else or the heaviness or energy of everyone else, and I was just free to be who I want to be, who is that? That is the version of you who is just you, who is under the conditioning. I recommend journaling on that first and foremost. And on top of that, dive a little deeper. How does that version of you speak? Like, really think of that. How does this version of you speak? How does this version of you carry themselves? Do you stand differently? Do you have like more open posture? Do you hold your head higher? How do they dress? How does their energy feel? Like, really paint a clear picture of this version of yourself. And then decide every day in the micro moments, the micro decisions that you're making to step into that version of yourself. I'm going to stand a little more tall. Even if I feel scared in this crowd of people, I'm tapping into that version of myself, and I'm going to have straight posture, like a power pose. I'm going to breathe deeper and I'm not saying you have to just be this version at all times, because that would be really confusing, just to like flip a switch and all of a sudden, poof, you're a completely different version of yourself. But like in the little decisions throughout the day, when you can think of it, when you can remember it, tap into that. But you have to have clarity around that first, right? So that is my thoughts on that question. All right. And then someone also asked, I'm going to answer one more of these questions, and then I'm going to get to you live in the chat for a little bit. Okay. Someone said, hi, love. My question is about letting go to manifest, that we have to forget about it to get it. And then I've also heard from law of attraction people who say that if you want to manifest, you have to be obsessed with it, feel it, think about it constantly. So I'm confused. Thank you for your help. You're just lovely. Namaste. So yes, I speak about this a lot because it is confusing for a lot of people, because in the law of attraction, we're like, know what you want, script about it, visualize about it, keep that vision clear. But then also people say, let it go, stop thinking about it. But really, it's not just forget about it and avoid it and not think about it. It's let go of the obsession. Like, I think you even said, I hear from some law of attraction people who say to be obsessed with it, feel it, think about it constantly. So it's not about being obsessed with it, because that obsession is a very grabby, chasey, like harsh energy, right? So know what you want. Visualize at times, script at times. If it's feeling good to do those things, do those things. But as soon as you feel that, like, if not even as soon, but if you start feeling that obsession of like, I need it, I'm longing for it, I have to have it, then pull back, let it go. The let go is letting go of the need of that thing, because you don't need the thing you're manifesting. You can have it. There's nothing wrong with having it. Like, I encourage you to dream big and do the thing and have big visions, but you don't need it. It very well may not come to you exactly the way that you're envisioning. And that's what happens. Like, we get so like, it needs to be this one way. If it's not this one way, I don't want it. But then we're like blocking our blessings, right? So let go of the attachment of needing it and script when it feels good. Visualize when it feels good. Do your affirmations when it feels good. I like to have my manifestation practices during my morning routine, and I don't even use my tools every day. I do it when it feels good. Sometimes I do it every day. Sometimes I don't do it for a while, but it's just a personal thing. So let go of attachments, Don't let go of the entire thing. Just let go of the need for it to be a certain way, and know that it could actually be way better than you're envisioning, but your like need for it to be that one way is actually what's stopping you from having something even better. All right. Cool. So that's all of the pre-asked questions I'm going to take. We're 40 minutes in. I want to take some of your live questions. Again, I will answer ones that I feel will really benefit all. Also, if you use the, what is it called? What's it called? Super chat, I'll 100% answer your question. All right. Also, if you are loving this live situation and you're like, I want more of this, I invite you to check out my membership. It's linked down below. You can find out all the details, but we do a ton of things in there. Like this week, we're doing a members only movie night where we're going to all hang out on Zoom and watch the movie The Secret together, classic law of attraction manifestation documentary. So that's happening this week. Next week, we're doing a lesson and a Q&A. The next week, we're doing live coaching through Zoom. So we all get on Zoom and like interact together. The next week, we're doing some other virtual event. So there's a lot of action within the Master Manifestor membership. So I recommend checking it out. It's my favorite thing. Like I'm pretty much friends with the people who are active in my membership. And there's mind-blowing success stories happening in there right now, which I'm so proud of all of them. So I invite you to check that out. But okay, your questions. Can I edit your videos if you want to? Can you? Do you edit? Because I would not turn down help editing, because yeah, I hadn't posted a video in like 2 weeks, which is a long time for me because I'm just like, I don't want to edit. I've been editing videos for 10 years. Like I'm tired. So yeah, I edit all of my videos and it's not what I want to be doing. All right. If our goals totally fall through, should we walk away and start over? I would say that is up to the individual. Did it fall through because it's not meant for you? Was it a goal that was handed to you by your parents or society? Do you even want it? I would reflect on that. But if it's something that you really still feel is meant for you, then don't give up on it. But revisit why you want it in the first place. And is there a different way for you to get it? Is there another route? Is there something still aligned but that's a bit different? It's like what I was just talking about with being so set on like one thing you're manifesting and it has to look one certain way, but then there's something better meant for you, but you're blocking that better thing by being so stuck with it just being a certain way. Oh yes, I love this question. Is it bad to look at social media, YouTube, Netflix after visualization, law of attraction sessions? Does it mess it up? Redirect it, because it is a good way to distract me from being too obsessed with my manifestation. So I have a different thing to even say in general. You guys, I appreciate you interacting with me on social media and being here watching this live right now and liking my things and hyping me up on Instagram. Love it. But we all, and I'm speaking to myself too, we all need much better social media boundaries, because social media drains our energy. We're constantly taking in the ideas, thoughts, opinions, energy of others, even though it's through a screen. Like, yes, if you come to my videos and you feel like they pump you up and it feels really good, watch them. That's great. But how much screen time are you having? How much time are you consuming things? Your intuition comes when you're not consuming things. You do not access your intuition or your true abilities for manifestation or anything involving energy if you're constantly having things input into your mind. That's why meditation is important. That's why I say go on a walk and unplug. So I would probably say that hopping right on social media, YouTube, Netflix after visualization, all that stuff is probably messing with your energy and not necessarily the best thing. So my recommendation, if you can do so, is set boundaries around social media. I'm not the best at this either, but I get frustrated when I notice myself like constantly going through my phone, because social media is designed to keep us addicted. Even for me posting, like creators get penalized if we're not consistent. So it's like I have to always be on here posting, otherwise the algorithm penalizes. At least that's what they say. But yeah, social media is designed to keep us addicted. So just let that sink in. How can you create boundaries? A good practice is no social media for the first piece of your day. Like if you can dedicate, like make the commitment to yourself that I'm not going to pick up social media until after my morning routine or after the first hour of my day or whatever, that's helpful. Letting up at night, like not just going for your phone every time you're bored to scroll, because everyone does that. Just putting that out there. I'm very passionate about it. Like stop overstimulating. I do the same, but I know everyone else does too, and I'm working on it. How do you get rid of negative people from life? You can do a cord cutting meditation, but that doesn't necessarily stop them from like talking to you. But really it's up to you to either have the conversation that you can't continue with them in your life. If it's a friendship that's just draining you and it's not aligned, just simply decide, I'm no longer making plans with this person. A lot of us feel like we need to keep up with people who aren't aligned with us anymore, but we can't keep everyone in our lives from every stage of our lives and constantly be talking to everyone. Otherwise we would just like go insane because we don't have enough time in the day for ourselves at that point. So start off just by making the promise to yourself that you're going to do things that charge your energy first. If someone drains you, you don't need to make plans with them. You don't need to keep everyone in your life. And that sounds sad, but it's true. Like if you're disrespecting your energy to people please another person, you're just disrespecting yourself. And when you're disrespecting yourself, spiritually speaking, you're disrespecting everyone who's spiritually supporting you, your spirit guides, angels, etc., if you are open to that belief. So it's like I'm not only disrespecting myself when I'm putting myself last, I'm disrespecting my entire support team spiritually. All right. Let's see. Can you make affirmations with upbeat music, please? Yeah, I could probably do that. I've been wanting to do like a money manifestation mantra thing, which would be fun. Yeah, I get incredibly nervous and anxious the second I don't have my fix of distraction of social media. Here's the thing. It's not that you get anxious every time you don't have your phone. It's the anxiety is there. It's there. You're just numbing out and distracting from social media because you're unplugged from your body, you're unplugged from your feelings and plugged in virtually. So it's still there. And that's why it's not a fix just to do whatever coping mechanism you have to numb out from what you're going through and what you're experiencing. Again, if it's social media, you're plugging into social media because when you're not on social media, you're feeling anxious. You need to drink alcohol because if you don't have that drink, then you feel anxious. You need to binge eat food because when you're not doing that and you're there to sit with yourself, you feel anxious. That's there. That energy's in you. You're just distracting it. So every time you're not doing that thing, you come back and it's still there, and it's going to continue being there until you face it and heal it and feel it and clear the energy, do energy work. That's again, going back to like the chakra clearing meditations, being with yourself. The way to get through a feeling is to actually feel through it. The more you distract, the more you just suppress, and it's still just going to be there. Over and 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 over again. And you're going to be on this continual cycle forever until you do something to face it. So it's not that your fix takes it away. It just distracts you from it for that moment. How do you not get frustrated with when something isn't manifesting yet? Well, first, knowing that the frustration is actually energy that is blocking you from the thing that you're manifesting. And I always say this, but I'll repeat it many, many, many times because people need to hear it over and over and over again. The thing that we want to manifest is not the thing. We don't need the thing that we're trying to manifest. We don't need the money. Well, I mean, of course, yeah, we, like society, there is like an element of needing some of the things, but we're actually longing for the emotion that we think that that thing is going to bring us. So we think that having the money, having the house, whatever the manifestation is going to make us feel good. And you hear in manifestation that you need to be a vibrational match for the thing that you want. That just means we need to emotionally align with the thing that we want. So knowing that frustration is actually probably the opposite of what you want to feel when you have the thing, meaning that's not vibrationally aligning you with the thing that you want, meaning you're out of alignment with like manifesting that thing in a flow state. So just noticing my frustration is actually doing the exact opposite and is actually a big part of what's keeping that manifestation further away in the distance. Because the longer I keep myself in that state of frustration, the longer I'm out of alignment with that thing. So really bringing it back to the present. You want to feel the happiness now. You want to feel the joy now. You want to feel the I don't know, excitement now. It doesn't even have to be about the manifestation. How can you be excited for what you have right now? All right. Yes, face your feelings. I resonate so much with what you're saying. It's all within. Yes, it is. Everything is within. Oh, yay. Thank you, Annie, for explaining everything very clear and detailed. You are welcome. Thank you all for listening. We are 50 minutes in. Unless I see some questions that really resonate before I hop off, I'm probably going to let you go. But first, reminder, if you enjoyed this live, please hit the thumbs up button and let me know down in the comments that you enjoy these lives, because as I was saying, actually making edited videos lately have been not feeling good for me. But if you like lives and you like hanging out in this way, I'm totally down to do more of this, because this feels like a lot less pressure just hanging out in this way. And if you really enjoy these lives, I highly recommend checking out the Master Manifestor membership, my monthly membership. It's in a Facebook group, but we also do a ton of calls on Zoom, and there's just a ton of support and events, and like we're literally talking every day. I'm in the membership interacting with my members every day, and everyone's awesome. So click the link below. You can check more about that out in the link. I have a little mini video explaining more in depth what it's about and what comes with it and all the things. So yes, membership is where it's at. And I also do have a couple one-on-one 6-month coaching spots coming up. So some of my clients were getting to the end of their 6 months, so I'm opening up those spots. And I also do individual 60-minute breakthrough calls if you want the one-on-one attention, but you aren't like feeling doing an entire 6 months. But yay, I hope you guys all enjoyed hanging out. Yay, these are great, being in the moment. Yeah, it feels good for me too. It takes a lot of pressure off. Yay! Thank you for always pointing us back to energy and source. Of course, Libby. Libby, we have a one-on-one call that we need to do, that we want to do. We don't need to. I mean, we get to, and we want to. So I'm excited for that. Thank you all for hanging out. I really appreciate it. And yeah, Zen, just message me on Instagram. But yay. Thank you guys. I will talk to you all soon. All right. Goodbye. Thanks for hanging out.